So you're gonna have to put them in like a container or something.
Well, here's any container.
No, you're gonna have to, you know,
I don't have a container.
like a carrying container or something.
I don't have a container.
Go put them in the other room.
I'm sure you have containers in this room. You always have containers somewhere. Yes or no? You don't? You want your window open?
It's another chicken ball.
You want your window open? No?
Another freaking one.
But you have like different shaped ones. You can put them in too. That's what those.
I don't have the different shape. Oh, this is another baby.
There's a little, it's a Weasley baby.
That's a what?
It's a Weasley, right here.
Here's a little layer. I think I already have this one. Or maybe not, because my other one didn't come with a measuring tape. This one comes with a measuring tape.
Take out the little.
Don't know what the measuring tape's for, but
it's measure how long the baby is. That has always measure the baby how long they are.
it don't got numbers on it, so I can't tell.
When you take these out, and you do this. Maybe you put these in a bracelet. A pair of bracelets.
I've tried before. They don't work.
I bet I could do it.
Don't put those in there!
Well, you use them.
Damn it, woman! Hi. I don't know, but I really do not care. I guess you could say no. This little baby's gonna get put someplace real quick. Ugh. This. So, color combo should I do today? Before sorting out my other beads that are over there. Ooh, water. Hello. I'm doing okay. Got a lot of shit to do, but I'm doing okay. Why did I open up this one? So I don't even want this one. God damn it, there's a purple one. Yeah, where my green beads is. Get your ass out of there. You do not go in there. You go die. Okay. Salt and clay beads is a piece of shit. I knocked over my clay bead thing again. So now I have to sort all of those into this. Sort all of those into this. So yeah, that's gonna be a piece of shit. But where my thing go? It has all my shit. Oh, there it is. Boop 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 boo. pants look too big. That's how I know I've lost weight, when my pants become too big. Then my haters gonna go and call me a fat cow. I'm losing weight, bitches. I should really start going live on Twitch again. But then my haters will probably find my quick Twitch channel. And since I don't really have many mods, that would be a hassle and a half. Boop, 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 boop. I need a bigger room. I can spread out a lot more. I'm just gonna see shoe. Pokemon shoe. These are children's shoes, by the way, but I'm petting them. What size are these? Junior size 6, as in child size 6. I'm so tempted to stop doing swap talks. So tempted. But I know as soon as I do, who's gonna pop in? Quick again. Boogie me ain't gonna pop in and call me a cow. I think it's cute to like her to pop, like this. So I ain't, that fat anymore, so I think it'd be so cute, but dum 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 dum. Comic-Con's next month, guys. Maybe I'll be able to stream some of the Comic-Con. And hopefully I can stream some of that con, because I'll take a portable charger with me so that I can. I may not be able to stream the whole thing, but I'll at least be able to stream some of it. I don't know if streaming it with docks my location though where I'm at. Not that it really matters though, since I don't live there, but I just don't want my haters showing up and attempting to jump me while I'm giving out bracelets. And hopefully I get all these bracelets given out. I have 129 bracelets to give out so far. Boom, 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 boom. I see you, Mr. Mrs. Locker. I see you. So that's not going to pop off. So. Oh, that one popped off rather easily. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, that's another sort of tan bracelet. Yeah. Get my little notepad out. Put that in there. So I'm at 140 now. Woohoo! 140 bracelets. 140. number notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 soda tablets. That's for the one notes. So how many bracelets are we going to make again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15, so let's switch you out and write 15 soda tab bracelets. One, two. No. Three. Four. How much, Jackson? Should I put my like social media handles on the bottom of these so that people can find me to subscribe and follow me? Or not? Probably not for right now. So then, once I actually get making money off of these, maybe. Ain't. But I'm giving these away for free. So, because some children don't have the money to, buy one. I'm not going to force them to buy one. Mine. But I seriously hope none of my haters show up to the con and try and jump me when I'm handing out bracelets to people. Because I had a bad dream the other day of that happening. Where I was handing out some bracelets to some kids, and a group of my haters was at the con and they jumped me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was the dream. And sometimes my dreams have been known to predict the future. Like that Moore, Oklahoma tornado. I had a dream about a big tornado going through a town the night before. Then we woke up and heard about that on the news and weather channel. And I was like, that cannot have been a coincidence. Eleven. Have anyone been seeing shadow people in their rooms or in the corner of spaces recently? Or just me? So I know people on TikTok are talking about it possibly being like a dangerous warning or something. 11. Oh no, that'll be 12. I want to know if I'm going crazy or not. Hi, Karma. 14. Hmm. So that's all 15 minutes taken care of. Do, do, do. From the beginning. Beginning. From the beginning. Beginning. Hmm. So the tab. Or maybe not, because that some bitch don't want to die. Look at different color patterns on this one. We'll get orange, green, orange. Black. Pink. Black. Green. Blue. Green. Maybe not. Dum 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 dum. Ooh, switches. This stupid cat is blocking your view, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, what did I just unplug? Hey. Cat, will you stop it? Please?
Please, will you stop being a big old pain in my booty?
Yo. Cat, if you're chewing on my phone, I will whoop that ass. Don't give me that bitch, please. Look, you know damn well I don't play. Now get off my notes. On another pile of my little. Ow, you some bitch. 5 packs of notes. Who was that? Someone just walked past my window. Who the hell was that? Who the hell was that? So, my friends at the center that I was at kept taking pictures of me without my permission on iPad. And oh my god, I am so ready to freaking fight one. She did it when I was eating. I am very self-conscious when I'm eating. Sometimes, anyway. So I can be a bit sloppy when I'm eating. I don't want to be made fun of for it. Boom, doo doo doo, doo 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 doo. Hey! You little bitch. Damn, I'm sorry I got you all back, Doris. Jesus. Squish, 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 squish. Squish, 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 squish. I can't do it. I'm trying to do that little snort noise and I can't do it. So I give up. She in my window now, thank God. This is my impression of a tornado siren. Deck the halls with gasoline. La 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 la. Light a match and watch it gleam. La 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 la. play with matches. La 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 la. I'm gonna stop it right here. This is gonna be a child bracelet. And it's gonna have a purple clasp. And it's gonna have a green soda tab. I better not be getting these strings. Not that I can check if I was being wing streamed or anything anyway, because I ain't using the Streamlabs, but let's do I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. I'm just doing it. Do 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 do. Beep 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. If I had a yellow, I'd do Harry Potter colors. But I don't have a yellow in here, so I can't. Instead, I'm doing green and blue. Oh, green and blue. Oh my god, Trina found. Trina's George's wheel. Hmm. Blue. Blue. This one will probably be another cute bracelet. Blue. Green. Blue. 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 I'll show you how this little thing looks. This is what she'll do with it. She'll take it. Cut this off. Keep it up there. That way, what really do is take it. Keep it again. Like that. What's the count we're at right now? 141. Oh my god. I just had a really good idea for some of the cosplayers that I watch on here. They need to do in-character live streams where their characters play horror games. You know, like FNAF and stuff. That would be so funny. Like Katie Productions, by the way. I love them because they do a bunch of Percy Jackson stuff. But if they did an in-character Percy Jackson live stream where like they had Nico and everybody playing horror games, that would be so funny. I actually know the Nico cosplayer. I have them on Instagram and I talk to them sometimes. They go by Axel. Well, he goes by Axel. His Instagram handle is the Will Axel Alexander. At least I think it is. Hold on, let me see if it still is. Check their user is the Axel Alexander, not the Will Axel Alexander, just the Axel Alexander. So if you want to go follow some Percy Jackson cosplayers, go follow him. He's a Nico cosplayer. They have an amazing one too. I'll probably text them after this and tell them that I mentioned them in my live stream, put the timestamp. If I can remember what the timestamp was. Once I upload this, I'll watch through it and see what my timestamp was and I actually mentioned them. Oh, I got one of my friend's numbers, by the way. So he calls me every now and again. I got Skyfire's number on my phone, aka Neil's. And no, I won't tell you his number, and no, I won't share his number. So don't ask. I ain't that kind of person. But he'll call me and tell me whenever he's going live. But back on the subject of that Percy Jackson cosplayer, Axel is probably the sweetest cosplayer there is. Like, I know a bunch of really nice cosplayers, but Axel takes the cake. Because they willingly will sit there and have a conversation with me on Instagram. Instead of, telling me, hey, I don't know you, don't talk to me, and stuff like that. They actually sit and have a conversation with me. But then again, I've known him for quite a long time, so. But Axel, if you ever see this live stream, thank you for having the patience to sit and talk with me. Thank you for treating me like I'm an actual person instead of just one of your fans. Thank you for a lot of things, actually. I can't stress enough how much it actually means to me to have a cosplayer like you, who's probably very high on the subscriber count on YouTube, actually sit and talk to me, having a real conversation with me through Instagram. It means a lot to me. More than you'll probably ever know. But thank you, regardless. And I hope that one day you can be one of the viewers on my live streams that comments. That would really make my day. So another silver cat bracelet, which brings us up to the count of 142. But seriously, I love people that take the time to sit there and talk to me. Especially if they're super busy or something like that, and they just take that time to, talk to me. It's amazing. And I'm actually so excited because one of the people that I watched back in the day that was on hiatus came back. Schizofanax is back, people, but they go by the Circle now. I'm so excited that they're back. And I haven't really been seeing much posts from Waffles of Spain anymore, so I hope they're doing okay. I know Mischief Managed is still on hiatus. AKA the Mischief Managers. But my back freaking hurts too, but that's because of my posture. I have really bad posture. I messed up. What the hell? Yum, 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 yum. But going back to my cosplays I was talking about. Schizophrenics is back. They go by the circle now. And y'all may know them if you guys are into Reverse Falls, because they did a bunch of Reverse Falls content. In fact, they're the reason I'm even obsessed with Reverse Falls, aka the alternate universe for Gravity Falls. They're the freaking reason. But damn, I messed up again. Son of a bitch. Do, do, do. Happy farewell for you, calling all your children. Mm-hmm. Happy farewell, you calling all your children. Mm-hmm. Hopefully one day some of the people I subscribe to, some of my cosplayers can actually show up and interact with my live streams through the comments. Or even join my links if I do Streamlabs again. That'd be really cool to have the circle there and Axel from Katie Productions and a bunch of other people. That would actually be really cool. Maybe have the serious cosplayer from Waffles from Spain even show up. That'd be real nice. It probably won't ever happen, but it'd be really cool. I give up. I keep messing it up with the purple. I freaking give up. Do 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 do. Orange, purple, and then green. Let's do it that way. Maybe then I won't damn mess up. What are you doing, kitty? What are you doing, kitty? Went on my bed. Get up there. Don't touch anything. And you're gonna lay wide in front of my fucking camera. You straight up ass. Get your butt back up there. Don't you fucking do it. I am watching you. Don't you do it. Yeah, go lay down over there. Ugh. Now, where did I put my fucking thing? Oh, there it is. But if any of you people know any famous people that you know are active and would love to hang out with me on my streams, share my live out to them. Help me grow my subscriber count. And maybe, just maybe, the more famous people that notice me, the more likelihood I have of getting noticed by other people, because they might share my stuff on their channel, and their friends will find out, then their friends will come and subscribe to me, and then my subscriber count will double, and I will be making it up to my YouTube play button. Da, 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 da. I don't know what else to talk about. What else should I talk about? Hello. Oh, Max is live! Woo! I'm gonna turn him on real quick. I love Max Velocity. Come on, you stupid ass TV. Got too much memorabilia in my freaking womb. Come here, you neato. Hold on, you son of a bitch. Oh, I forgot I had Kyle put himself talking up to you. Hi, Kyle, what you doing? Want to go hang out? You can come and hang out with my people. No, Netflix, I don't want you right now. Netflix, I said no. Shut up. Thank you. Courage, the Cowardly Dog Show. Featuring Courage. Man, that show scared me as a kid, not even gonna lie. The Sheep Detectives. Okay, come on. Thank you.
Your favorite crust says a lot about you. Right now it's saying...
Kyle's one of my favorite characters from South Park. I love him. My little baby.
Donna just discovered that on Vinted, she can easily earn extra cash.
And yes, I actually have a South Park OC that I used to ship
with zero
with
selling
him.
fees, she keeps every dollar she earns. Don't wear it, sell it.
Sheep detective. Oh, sheep.
So basically, my OC is a version of myself, but in South Park.
Mississippi and Alabama. And so these chasers are
and my age is their exact same age, so no, it's not pedophilia.
Over in Cloverdale, this is Storm Chaser Ryan Schoen. He's also streaming currently in southwestern Mississippi. This is an area that I do think this is going to be like a more heightened threat of tornadoes.
I love you, Kyle.
We see how low the clouds are right now, only maybe about 2,000 feet off the ground. So our lifting condensation level is fairly low today, and that should help to lead to a better shot of tornadoes, just kind of depending on the storm mode. That's going to be one of the biggest question marks for today. I'm going to put Ryan Shore on the bottom right side of your screen, and I do want to talk a little bit about our severe weather setup for today, because again, it's a pretty large area. We have tornado watches already in effect from Texas back into Alabama.
What's up, Sloppy?
Here that are included in these tornado watches.
Why is your name Sloppy? Is that because you're sloppy?
Central southern Mississippi,
Is that why? Is that why? I'm sorry. I had to.
Other tornado watch includes areas like Birmingham, Montgomery, Anniston, and all the way
But
down
seriously,
to Mobile and Monroeville.
I can't stress enough
Central, even northern and southern Alabama is
how a lot of these cosplayers that I follow actually sit there and talk to me, actually friends with me.
Texas and Mississippi will go until 11 o'clock Central Time. So again, these watches
I know
are going to go for
famous
quite
people.
a long period of time, and the reason why is because our environment is eventually going to get a lot more favorable for supercell development. Right now, our significant tornado parameter values, they
Now, what
are
color
not
was it that came out
super
the
high at
orange?
this point,
Oh
but
yeah,
they will
purple.
be increasing over the next hour or two.
But
I am really
it
watching
should be
this corridor
orange
here where a lot of
and
our storm chasers are located. I do think one or
purple.
two discrete supercells are going to become more dominant in southern Mississippi, and that could lead to a more significant tornado threat as we get closer to about 5, 6, even 7 o'clock this evening. And then over in Alabama, I'd say the environment isn't super favorable here, but that one supercell that is currently near Montgomery, it is
But
discrete.
yeah,
And if we
enough
end
of
up
that.
seeing this storm
The
become a
Comic-Con
little more latched to that boundary,
is
there
going
will
to
be
be
a better
so
shot
fun.
of a tornado.
Hopefully a lot of people come and get my bracelets. And I'm making bracelets for everybody, no matter what age. So children, teens, adults, whatever. Come find me at Comic-Con and you'll get a free bracelet.
Is not super strong right now. I also just fixed my pen density. That should be a little bit easier to see here. This particular area of rotation will be kind of tracking to the east.
Max, I wish I could send you one.
Here in about 15 minutes or so, and then it'll go towards Pike Road as well as Fitzpatrick. If we go over to velocities, you can see again very broad rotation as of right now. I do think the wind damage threat will be more elevated with this. We
and what color
be
next?
about 65, 75 mile per hour winds as this goes into London.
Keep getting sidetracked. Damn
ADHD.
ADHD.
As this continues to track down to the east southeast.
Bad enough that I have autism, but gotta put ADHD on top of that shit. Damn.
Which is just east of Selma. He is going to be entering into this tornado warning soon. I believe he's on Alabama 14, and so he's going into Tugasville, and so he'll be kind of tracking probably to that hook echo here soon as the storm continues to go in the direction of Montgomery. Also, I do want to quickly talk about a couple things here. We do have a mesoscale discussion that came out from the Storm Prediction Center not too long ago. This one is going to be for those over here in southern Mississippi. This is an area where most of the storm chasers are located today. The reason why I am alluding to the storm chasers is because there are the storm chasers sometimes can be in the right spot when it comes to where that most significant tornado threat is. A lot of them are positioned in southwestern Mississippi right now. There are a few that are in Alabama, but I do really think the highest tornado potential.
I am not the P ward just because I'm handing out bracelets to children and teenagers. That's not how that works.
Will ramp up around 5 to 7 o'clock or so. So if you live in this area,
no, I ain't baiting them either.
Can't be ruled out this afternoon and evening, depending on the evolution of these supercells, damaging winds, and also if the tennis ball size hail
accounts making up lies about me is kind of stupid, honestly. Kind of pissing me off a little bit.
You can see that hook echo feature. It is becoming a lot more definitive. You can see the inflow going to the storm very clean. Velocities have not updated yet. This is the latest update. I'm going to be honest, velocities do not look super concerning still, but that could change as it continues to move towards Montgomery. That is your rotation right now. So again, not super strong, but we're still keeping an eye on this as it continues to track.
Floppy, are you looking?
East, eventually going towards I-65 here soon. Also, I know a lot of people are asking and looking at this radar, and they're like, what in the world is this? This is a new radar program that we are using on streams now. It is not public yet, what we're using. Will be soon. It is the Weatherfront app. It's only on iOS right now.
My Sprite lip balm.
We're using a brand new map. We have chasers already embedded in this. We're going to be embedding almost all of our cameras that we use as well, so you can kind of see all that on the map here soon. It's very basic, at least when it comes to the what you're seeing on the map right now. But I think it also kind of removes a lot of the clutter. We had a lot of clutter on our map before, and I feel like this is a lot more straightforward. With that said, I mean, I can talk a lot enough storage chasers like that, so you can just literally click a little keybind.
And then
also,
after that,
flooding's a big risk today.
My Squishmallow one.
Here in Natchez, Mississippi. This is a storm chaser tornado Pagey.
I forgot the name of that Squishmallow, by the way. If anybody knows the name of that Squishmallow,
little flooding here on the side
please tell me.
We got a lot of water running on the roadways right now.
I got a shit ton of.
And so they're inside of this tornado warning right now. Storm chaser Edgar O'Neill is also inside of this tornado warning. He's driving through the rain right now over on the east side of Natchez. Rotation currently is not super strong. I'd say it's pretty broad as of right now, but that could change. I do think this will attempt to be a more long track supercell. We do have some new storms that are also going
just to show you all the lip balms that I got.
And food. None of these are currently rotating.
A lot of lip balms.
I think that will change with time as our environment for tornadoes will eventually become more favorable here in the next half hour to an hour. We also got a few storms that are trying to go up right now. That's just south of the Mississippi and Louisiana border. Those will be tracking to the northeast, and down the line, those could also become a little bit more concerning when it comes to that tornado threat. Let's go back over to the Montgomery tornado warning. This is a radar-indicated area of rotation. Right now, the
Jack and Sally lip balms.
on radar. It's just not really getting a whole lot of an inflow. The significant tornado parameter values, which is one of those measures of like wind shear instability, just kind of a general tornado environment. It's not very high over here. In fact, it's actually pretty low because this supercell is kind of exiting the most favorable tornado environment.
Louis and Bingo lip balms.
That's going to change down the line because in about an hour or two, it'll become a lot more favorable here. But it's going to probably take time for this thing to
Queen of Hearts lip balm.
If you do live in downtown Montgomery, which I know a lot of you tuning in probably do.
Cute little bear lip balm.
Right now. This is a very dangerous supercell, not just because there is a tornado threat, but there's also an increasing wind and hail threat with quarter-sized and 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds that'll be moving
Shoulder lip balms.
into Montgomery, Alabama, and as well
this Coke is a new one.
Platteville's getting hit pretty hard right now, and then the northwest side of Montgomery, Millbrook and 143 will be getting hit pretty hard here in just
Baby
a few minutes.
lips.
And then after that, it'll be approaching Pike Road, where things are also going to probably get pretty dicey here very quickly. So be keeping an eye out on that. Also, over near Jackson, this is a little special weather statement that we have right now. Over near Jackson, Mississippi, and near Canton, we have some storms that are going up on the northern periphery of our tornado watch right now. None of these are currently tornadic, but I am monitoring this.
They're all being held inside of my...
So what's happening, you can see the loop here. We got all sorts of convection all merging into this storm right now over Canton. And so as it becomes a more dominant supercell, there is a possibility it could become more tornadic as it goes towards
Mini Stranger Things lunchbox.
And as we're talking about it, they have just got ahead an issue.
My boy Will.
So if you guys live
my boy.
Weak counties in Mississippi, you need to get ready for quarter-sized hail. The tornado risk as of right now is pretty low. I do not see much rotation. In fact, the wind on this storm is very weak. If we go over to velocities, you can see right now about 25, 30
Excuse me, I just love Will.
Severe, but at least for the time being, we do a little bit of quarter-sized hail falling right now near Canton, eventually going towards Carthage. Look at the velocities here on the tornado warning near Montgomery. I'm going to go ahead and go back to this radar site here. Though the rotation's not very strong right now, it might ramp up here in a few minutes. If we go over to the velocities, you can see near Londonsboro, it's about 60-mile-per-hour winds that are being measured by radar, and that's crossing over, it looks like County Road 29, and it's approaching Brown Hill Road, and then it'll go over U.S. Highway 80 here in a few minutes, and then approach I-65 on the southwest side of Montgomery. Again, this supercell is very, very nasty right now. There is just a ton of lightning. This lightning data, by the way, that you guys are seeing on the map, that is lightning data within the last 15 minutes. So that is a 15-minute loop, basically, of all the lightning that is happening with the supercell. And there's a lot of it. There is a lot of lightning with this storm. Thank you, Boom, for the $10 super chat. The new graphics look so clean and professional. I love them. What do you guys think about these new graphics? I know we're missing, like, all the camera guys.
These are dog clothes that I put it on my stuffed animals, by the way. This is the onesie that my dog Leia wears.
We don't have them embedded in this program. They can
With
visibly
a little one direction bow.
Only a few of them right now, but a lot more of them here soon. Storm Chaser, Brett Adair, who's on the bottom left side of your screen, he's not plotted on the map, but he's not right here. So he's over at Tugaville, and so he's going to be punching into that hook echo here pretty soon. You guys are saying they look nice. It's good to hear. I think they look good too. I think these are really solid. Hey, John, for becoming a member. Be safe out there tonight, y'all. A mighty large thank you to Max Velocity team. Much love from DFW. Yeah, for sure. Today, again, let me quickly talk about today's threat of severe weather. Let me go over to the SPC outlooks here for today. So we do have an enhanced risk of severe weather in place. That does include Louisiana, includes Mississippi, includes Alabama, Jackson, and Birmingham, and Montgomery are really the main cities that are in this. Hattiesburg and Meridian are some of the smaller cities, but you guys are also in the line here for a more elevated risk of severe weather. We have a marginal threat that goes all the way to Del Rio and even up into Charlotte. So we're talking about really a numerous to widespread threat of storms today, and some of them could be significantly severe. And what I mean by that is that our damaging wind threat, it's not super elevated. I would personally support a 30% wind threat in southern Alabama and Mississippi because we will have a line of storms later today. But really, the tornado risk is where it's at today. This is why we have an enhanced risk of severe weather. You don't see this too often when we get an enhanced risk driven by tornadoes. That doesn't happen very often anymore. But we do have one today here in the Dixie Alley. This is the highest tornado threat we've had in many of these places so far in 2026. There have not been very many.
Oh, thank God, that's not the alley that I'm affected by.
Or Birmingham. It's been very low end for quite some time. With that said, this is a SIG 1 tornado threat, which basically means that there is a legit threat here of strong EF2 plus tornadoes this afternoon and evening. Now, the odds of you getting hit by a tornado in your home today, if you live in this risk, are fairly low. It doesn't matter what day it is. It could be a 60% tornado risk. It could be a 2% tornado risk. It could literally be anything. The risk is not that high of you getting hit directly, but it is a day that you want to stay really alert because if we do get a tornado near your house, it is going to likely be on the strong side of things. Another big concern with today's severe weather setup is that we have a very high amount of moisture down here in the deep south today. If we go over to the dew points right now, these are the dew points currently. They are right now in the mid-70s. It is moist. That is the easiest way to put it. It is moist right now. And so what that really means is that our PWAT values, our precipitable water, is around 2 to 2.5. All we need for rain-wrapped tornadoes is about 1.5. And so we're well over that threshold. So any tornadoes that happen today will more likely than not be rain-wrapped, which makes that a little bit more concerning here across the Dixie Alley. Now, this happens all the time. A lot of the time when we have severe weather in the Dixie Alley, stuff is rain-wrapped. But either way, that is one of the concerns that we do have today is that if any tornadoes do end up happening, which I think we'll probably see a few, we are going to be talking about most likely a rain-wrapped tornado, and you're not going to see it. So you're not trying to go look outside for a tornado today. Here's the latest radar scan here on our tornado warning near Montgomery, and that rotation is starting to get a little bit more organized. I wouldn't say this is strong rotation as of right now, but it is getting a little bit more organized as of the last scan or so. On the velocity scale, we put this about at 4 out of 10, so again, not intense. It's not an on-the-ground tornado, but it is definitely starting to get a little bit stronger as it is approaching the southwest side of Montgomery, Alabama. If you are just tuning in, we do have a tornado warning right now, only one at this point for Alabama. That's going to be for Tortuga, Londes, and as well as Montgomery counties. It is radar indicated rotation. We've not had any confirmed tornado with this storm as of yet, but that could change. We are currently using the Maxwell Air Force Base radar site, which is located only about 15-20 miles outside of Montgomery. We're going to continue to watch this. We'll have another radar scan in a second. Thank you, Jay, for the $10 super chat. Just want to say, great job, Max and Riley and the Chasers for helping keep everyone safer. Like the new Weatherfront app, too. I do, too. And the exciting news about Weatherfront is that it is free.
Hello, what you doing, Fatty?
iOS right now, but it's going to be coming to Android very soon. We're probably talking around a month from now. That's just kind of a guess. And then also desktop will be coming in sooner than that. So even if you don't have an Android or an iOS device for whatever reason, and you're living in 2001, you at least have a way to use it on desktop at some point here soon.
What you doing, badass? Come here. Come here, my baby. Come on, Philo.
RFD surge though, which means
Philo, come on, come here.
Right near US Highway 80. We have very strong winds right now near US Highway 80. If we go over to our velocity measurement here, we are looking at 72 mile per hour winds that are being measured by radar.
And when I mean fat ass, I legit mean fat ass. This cat is fat. He's chunky. Hello. Hello. Hello.
There's some lightning blocking it. That'll be going eventually towards I-65 here in about 10
You're so fat you can barely turn around. Fat ass.
Is pulling over, get out of the way of this tornado warning. And if you're trying to drive right now, let's just say to Montgomery, you should try to just, if you're like avoid the storm if you can. Don't drive into it because it is a dangerous supercell. It's producing a lot of lightning.
And no, he was not always that fat. He got that fat after we had him fixed.
I do think this storm, though, is, again, struggling a bit. I do not think it's very surface-based. I think it's more elevated. The rotation has not been that strong. With that said, it is a discrete supercell, and if it can become surface-based, there will be a risk of this trying to become tornadic. We have some new storms going up off to the west of this near Demopolis. These are kind of brand new storms that are going up right now, located near Linden and Demopolis. We did have some strong wind gusts go through the south side of Demopolis earlier.
What else is there for me to talk about?
Just south of Galleon, and we are starting to see those storms.
Oh, look, I got a Bible over there. I totally forgot I had a Bible.
Going to be crossing over US Highway 80 here soon.
I got multiple Bibles in my room, actually.
One other severe storm right now, and that's the one over here near 16, just west of Carthage. This is mainly just producing a risk of damaging winds and hail. There's not any sort of significant tornado threat as of right now with this supercell, but as it goes towards Carthage and Philadelphia, I do think that there will be a more legitimate risk of a tornado as this storm becomes
no,
more
y'all
discreet.
can't say that I am a fake Christian because I got Bibles everywhere in my room.
The last 30 minutes or so, it's all been congealing into one supercell. So as it tracks into Carthage and Philadelphia, this should become a little bit more significant. Another cool thing I can do, guys, is I can show you the track of these storms. All right, this is actually a really cool feature. So
now the books that I need to finish over here.
So you can track it right here. And let me actually get this. What is the speed of this storm? Do we know? Let me find the speed first. The speed on this storm in Mississippi
finish
is
Dracula.
40 miles per hour. All right, so we can track it out. And I can put
start on
the
Frankenstein
tool at the top right, so you can see that. And I can also expand the cone size. Massive cone. It almost looks like a hurricane.
Finish, and after finish Frankenstein, move on to this.
I can actually track this out. It's pretty fancy. This is not something that we've ever had before, but we can actually congeal and expand the cone of where storms are going. It does look like a National Hurricane Center cone. I do have to say that. It's a very narrow look at it, but all the timing's on the top right side of your screen. Gives you the approximate time guide in Central Time. So we're talking Carthage around 5:07 for impacts. Pearl River about 5:35. Philadelphia 5:43, and then down the line Scuba, you're about 6:40. So we're watching for you guys as well. Oh, these storms going up down here in southwestern Mississippi right now. We got all sorts of storms down here. We are starting to get some more special weather statements. We got one here for Fayette. And then we got another one for Bood. Both of these are for 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. We got a little bit of dime-sized hail. Not seeing a whole lot of rotation currently. I'm actually watching this one near Tylertown. That one has begun to rotate just a smidge. If I go back over to radar here, see that little area of rotation. It's not much, but it's developing right now over US Highway 98. So we'll have to watch this little storm activity that's going up right near the Louisiana and Mississippi border. Just a tiny uptick and a little bit of spin. Nothing too concerning as of yet. We'll keep an eye on that. Back to our Montgomery tornado warning. Rotation is still pretty broad. I would not say it's, again, on the ground right now. It's definitely not there, but it is still rotating. It's about a 4 out of 10 on our velocity scale. It's just barely enough for this to be a tornado warning, at least according to our scale. With that said, take shelter. This is not just a wind, it's not just a tornado concern. I do want to reiterate, if you live in Montgomery, there's a pretty large hail core on the north side of town that's going to come right into you. That is going to be producing some quarters, maybe some half hours. And then there's also a very strong surge of wind happening over near the Logan'sboro area. So the wind right now is very intense, heading directly over US Highway 80, and that's going to be tracking towards Pike Road here soon. There's a ton of lightning on this supercell, too. I mean, it is actually astonishing. The amount of lightning is pretty remarkable here. This is just the last 15 minutes of lightning data. I'm seeing at least a few hundred lightning strikes there. So there could even be some cloud ground lightning associated with this storm. We go back over to our parsing tool here and go back over to velocities. The velocities currently near Mitchell Young Road, which is on the southwest side of Montgomery, are about 60 miles per hour. That's what's being measured by the Maxwell Air Force Base radar site. It has peaked around 75 mile per hour winds. So we'll see if that does intensify again or not in terms of the velocities. Going towards the radar site, the severe warning currently is for half-dollar sized hail and 60 mile per hour winds. They also did add a tornado possible tag to this severe warning. Hey, Wicked from the $10 Super Chat. What are some good resources to self-study meteorology? There are so many resources online. I don't have anything particular, but videos, there's literally textbooks probably online, books. There's so many resources nowadays. Even with AI now, I mean, like you could probably ask ChatGPT. I'm not sure how accurate it actually be, but there's probably some level of right and wrong to using it. I don't know how right it is. I'm not going to lie. I never use it for that, but It might be a good resource. I have no clue, but there's a lot of resources, man. Thank you, Sherlyn, for becoming a member. And I also know, like, local National Weather Service offices, they do have, they have local, like, classes. I know, like, in Dallas-Fort Worth, for example, when I used to live there, they offer, like, these, springtime classes to kind of treat you on how to spot storms and stuff like that. I bet they do the same in Montgomery. I bet they do the same thing in Birmingham. Like, I bet there's a lot of resources out here. So, there's a lot of ways to do it. All right, over in Montgomery, guys, we got about 3 minutes probably until it gets nasty out there. If you're in downtown Montgomery, it's going to get pretty nasty here over the next few minutes. We got very heavy rain coming out of the northwest. We got a lot of lightning. And if we look at Storm Chaser Bright Adair right now, that's exactly what's happening. He is already in the nasty. This is already kind of nasty out here. He's over in Prattville, which is going to be on the north side of Montgomery. You can see traffic has slowed down quite a bit. Very heavy rainfall. I know there's no audio. I'm going to have to, like, make some raindrop audio or something like that whenever we don't have to chase with audio on. But, you have the rain coming down, very heavy. Flooding is definitely a big concern today as well. So he's kind of on the north side. I can't tell if there's a little bit of hail coming down. I'm not sure. I think I might be seeing some peas falling out of the sky right now. There might be a little bit of small hail coming down right now here in Prattville and Millbrook. I wouldn't say it's anything large. This warning is for $half sized hail. It's a pretty nasty looking storm though. It's all about a slam Montgomery. The storm currently expands by, it's about 32 miles wide. The main core of it goes from south of Prattville into Wetumpka, which is about 24 miles northwest or northeast.
What else
should
I talk about?
This is quite the massive supercell right now. Rotation, again, not super strong. It's definitely pretty broad as of right now. They have gone ahead and continued this tornado warning. It does go until 5:15 Central Time. Montgomery is in Central Time, right? Are you guys in Eastern Time? We're kind of on the edge of a time zone, which is always a little bit annoying. Also, random question. This is a brand new thing. Do you guys like the little thing up here at the top left? This thing up here. You guys like seeing the state as well? Because I think a lot of you guys are asking for this. There's like, whenever we're sending over a state, you know where we're at now. We're in Central? Okay. I don't know if you guys like that state thing. That is brand new to the stream. We got brand new, reflectivity and all that. The little pop-ups too are brand new. This is super clean and easy to read too. What do you guys think about this? You guys like the little pop-ups? I think they're really easy to read. They have the counties. We're going to add population to this down the line. I think storm like speed or direction will probably be added too. Everybody loves the state tab. But it's got these little storm chaser pop-ups, which again, very beta right now because we were just working on this. But you can see like we have pop-up chasers on here too pretty easily. Got Storm Chaser Ryan Schill over there near Bood. Got Edgar O'Neill, who's located just south of Fayetteville near Roxy. We got a few supercells that are trying to go up right now. The one near Brookhaven, this is the one I'd be keeping a close eye on right here. That's truly the storm I'd be keeping a close eye on down the line.
Each time he says Brookhaven, my mind goes to that Brookhaven Roblox game.
Hooking right now, but if it starts to take a right-hand turn down U.S. Highway 84, I do think the tornado risk is going to become a lot more elevated with that. So I think this is going to be one of the storms we need to really keep an eye on. And then the one down here near Columbia will take time, but this one could also become tornadic down the line as it goes towards Hattiesburg. And Hattiesburg's pretty populated. Quite a few people tuning in from Hattiesburg right now. If we go over to one of the live shots right now, Hattiesburg, this is what it looks like out there. So pretty milky skies. I'd say one of the big things with today's severe weather setup is that it's cloudy. There's not much sunshine out there. And so that's one of the reasons why we've not seen earlier in the day tornado warnings. If we had sunshine all day today, I think this would be, we'd already have probably 10 tornado warnings or something ridiculous, but we don't yet. And so we'll see what happens. Thank you, super for the $20 super chat. Same for the dinner fund. I appreciate that. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey Max, real quick, I want to talk about an update we just got from the Storm Prediction Center. This is a measure-scale discussion for basically all of central Alabama. They're basically just saying the severe weather risk is going to continue across most of Alabama. Tornadoes up to 145 miles an hour, hail to 2.5 inches in diameter. Real quick, I want to talk about this storm that's near Montgomery. It is currently tornado warned. However, one of the things that we're seeing is it is moving out of the STP maximum. The STP maximum is actually a little bit further off to the west over here. The supercell should eventually move out in a favorable environment for tornadoes. That is why we see the tornado watch end at the Alabama-Georgia border over here. So hopefully we see the storm start to weaken soon and it no longer poses a tornado threat.
Riley for the update. Also, just a look at satellite imagery. Another really cool thing that we can look at because, one, look at the quality of this, guys. Like, I've never had this high quality of satellite in a weather app ever. You can see almost every single detail. This is like just crazy. I don't know how to describe it. It's just crazy the level of quality of this. You can see every single cloud, literally. But over here, just south of Birmingham, really anywhere in our tornado watch, just look at all the cloud cover right now. That's one of the biggest observations that I'm seeing right now. There's a lot of cloud cover, which is going to probably lead to these storms becoming a bit more congealed this evening. I do think the instability is definitely a little bit lower, but you can see there have been some breaks in the clouds near Hattiesburg, Thomasville, even near Greenville and Troy, and this is a corridor that I do think could have a more elevated risk of a tornado, between maybe 5 and 9 o'clock this evening, if we see discrete supercells here, which I think we'll probably have one near Hattiesburg and Laurel. I think the risk further north is a bit lower because it's just such a milky cloud base. There's just really not a whole lot of sunshine out here. Very minimal, if any. So the only sunshine that's really happened is actually north of our warm sector. And if we go over to the current observations here for temperatures, this is current temperatures. Let me get rid of the pen here. So you can see that right there is kind of our warm sector line. So anything down to the south of that, there is a risk of tornadoes. Pretty large area. It even goes back down to Houston, but I don't think the risk is very high down there. But this entire area here, temperatures are in the mid to upper 70s, and then we got a cold front up there near Greenwood, Oxford, and Tupelo, which is about 60 degrees there. So if you're like Tupelo, for example, the risk of anything significant is pretty low today outside of hail. But the tornado risk is much higher further south of that little line that I just drew. Back over to our tornado warning for Montgomery. This storm has become pretty rain-wrapped here over the last few minutes. That rotation is actually very large and broad. I am very curious to see if this tries to spin up a quick-hitting tornado here over the next few minutes. If there is a tornado, you are not going to see it, guys. So if you live in this tornado warning currently, and if you live in Montgomery, or anywhere in Montgomery County here, we should be taking shelter, putting as many walls between you from the outside as possible, because there is a possibility, and we've seen this happen before, where this has become so rain-wrapped, we can sometimes get embedded, quick-hitting, and even sometimes strong tornadoes. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but if we were to see that, it'll probably happen just to the south there of I-85, and then it's going to cross over I-65 here in a few minutes, and then track towards the Pike Road area. If you live in this tornado warning, we got to be taking shelter, putting as many walls between you from the outside as possible. I think Brett is driving through hail right now. Brett is driving very slowly currently. He is on the northern periphery of this tornado warning. He's on Selma Highway, so not far from the Prattville Gruby Field, which is a little airport here. And there's actually, it looks like some hail falling on his windshield. I don't think it's very large. Probably just some peas, if anything, at least where he's located. The warning here is for $half sized hail, so there could be some mixture of $half sized hail falling right now, along with the damaging wind threat being around 60 to 70 miles per hour. He's on the northern side currently of this tornado warning. Shout out to Sunco for the $20 super chat. I'm a Boston viewer in Villa Rica, Georgia for my dad's wedding. We're tuning for the night. Thank you for all you do. We'll keep you posted over there. Hopefully Georgia isn't too shabby today. We'll see though. Never know. Also, shout out to Super for a $20 super chat. Oh, that's a bit of yours as well. C2 for some reason. Who's tuning in from Montgomery right now? I know a lot of you probably are. This one over here near Uniontown is starting to get its act together here. We're going to have to watch this storm here near Uniontown. That's going to go towards Marion, Billingsley, and Mapleville. We are starting to see some rotation on this storm. The velocities aren't very strong. It's a bit of a radar hole. Unfortunately, by the way, I forgot to mention this, but the Birmingham radar site, that is this radar site right here, is down for the day. We do not think this is going to come back up. Unsure if they're going to do any maintenance here or anything along those lines, but this radar site is gone. It's chopped for the day, probably. There was some sort of mechanical issue that happened this morning unexpectedly, so that radar site is down. So we are looking at, mainly we're going to be looking at the KOX radar site, the KMXX, and then KGWX radar sites. Those are the three I just circled there, at least for Alabama. Maybe even the KHTX one if anything gets going up there north of Birmingham. But we are starting to see a few strong thunderstorms get going over near Coleman. Through some gusty winds right now over near Coleman and Morgan counties. That'll be approaching Albertville and eventually going towards Gadsden and Fort Payne in about 30 to 45 minutes. This is right near that frontal boundary, so most of the storms up here are predominantly producing wind and hail. I'm not expecting as much of a tornado risk with those storms. We got to really look south for the discrete storms that are going up for more elevated risk of tornadoes. Like this one here near Canton, which will do something here soon. We'll see. It's starting to take that right-hand turn. There's not really much of a hook right now, but it's going directly to the east now. I won't be surprised down the line as it goes towards Philadelphia and Union. That produces a risk of a tornado. Right now, the hail core is getting much larger on this. Just west of Carthage, we are starting to see some much larger hail. It's quarter-size warned for. One cool thing that I can do, guys, this is something that I don't think we ever were able to do before. This is really cool. I can go to MRMS radar, and I can look at the hail probability. So first off, I can see the probability of hail. They're saying the algorithm here is saying it's about 35% chance that we got severe hail falling, which is quarter-sized or larger. I can also see what the maximum size expected is.
Go ahead and probably end this live here if nobody shows up in the next few minutes or an hour.
And so I can actually see what the radar thinks the hailstone sizes are, which is almost 1 inch right now, west of Carthage. It's peaked around 1.2 inches north of Canton. So this is another really cool tool that we can use. All sorts of cool new things on these streams we're going to be able to kind of utilize. And we can use the one near Montgomery as well. Go back over to MRMS radar and look at the severe hail and the maximum expected size. It's currently estimating around half an inch sized hail. Back over to Prattville is up to quarters, so it's gotten a little bit smaller. Another cool thing, there's so many cool things, guys. Are you ready for this? I can show you the rotation tracks and where the strongest rotation is. Look at this. Look at this. This is the last 1 hour of rotation. Right, and the scale's kind of at the top here. The right is basically kind of low to medium. So, and even the one near Natchez started to get a little bit stronger. That's why the tornado warned it, but splendid. I know. This is next level stuff. We've never had this before. This is like, again, this is kind of like broadcasting tools that we've never had on these streams. Like, these are things that mostly broadcasters have, like TV markets and stuff like that. Most of them have these types of tools. We never did. You know, this space just does not have those tools. Now we do. Pretty sick. Pretty gnarly. We do have a new severe thunderstorm warning here in Mississippi. This is that storm I was saying could become a bit more concerning. This is going to be for those in Copa as well as Franklin, Lincoln, and Lawrence counties in southwestern Mississippi. We are watching currently for 60-mile-per-hour damaging winds and quarter-sized hail. That is mostly impacting U.S. Highway 84 right now. Storm chaser Ryan Scholl is currently driving into that right now. We also have storm chaser Tornado Pagey and Edgar O'Neill back over in Boone that are also going to be approaching this storm here pretty soon. I believe Connor Croft is somewhere over here too. Yeah, he's over near Prentice, so we're keeping an eye on him. He's just off to the east of the storms currently. Rotation on this, not very strong, very weak velocities at this moment. The hail is definitely going to be one of the more dominant concerns. If we go over the hail currently, the maximum hail expected is primarily over near Clinton Road southeast, just south of US Highway 84. I can take that little probe tool to it. We're looking at about 0.6, maybe 0.7 inch hailstone sizes estimated by radar. So Ryan Scholl, he loves hail. He might be driving into it right now, actually.
Finally, someone showed
Ryan
up.
Scholl is right now on US Highway 80. And I accidentally just clicked the button too many times. That right there is Ryan Scholl. He's on US Highway 84. He's going right into the hail port. And so far,
how are you doing, Corson?
Maybe he's going to do a little hail intercept here as this goes for a quick. Hey, Kelly, for the $20 search chat.
So let's talk about Wallbox. Wallbox is doing ableist currently.
I think our streams are dramatically
they would not let me say the word
it's
autistic. They kept bleeping it out. Well, beeping it out each time I tried to say it.
Area of rotation over the south side of the city, primarily near Court Street. That's going to be going over Woodley Road here in a few minutes, and then eventually going towards Pike
So it's
Road.
ticking me off a little bit. They're
Just
being
issued
so
a new severe
ableist
thunderstorm
about it.
also here for the Montgomery area. That'll be for Pike Road, shorter.
I know he does.
West of Union Springs, that'll be for 60-mile-per-hour winds, and also.
I just liked having him in here because I found it funny if he said something very mean or something, because then I could record it with a screenshot.
The wind threat is about the same. They just condensed the tornado warning as well. It's still ongoing here until 5:15 p.m. Central Time, just south of Montgomery. If you are in downtown Montgomery,
so far he was being very civil. He wasn't saying anything bad.
Because the damaging wind threat is still elevated. The tornado threat, though, is not nearly as high. Storm chaser Brett Adair is currently located here on the northwest side of Montgomery. And you can see the conditions are not the best here. Very low visibility, very heavy rainfall. We got a lot of lightning here. The flooding risk is also increasing. So there's a lot of problems that are going to be coming in here to Montgomery here pretty soon. And they're already hitting a lot of central Montgomery. East side of Montgomery going in the direction of Shorter will be impacted here in the next few minutes. If you live in this tornado warning, continue to stay in your safe place. It's not very strong rotation, but if we did have a tornado, it would be located right now near Court Street and then moving towards Narrow Lane Road.
Time to put another pop tab.
This is 100% still rotating. It's just not as intense as before. It wasn't really ever that intense, but it's still about a 3 to 4 out of 10 on the velocity scale, so it's kind of still medium rotation. But it could definitely spit out a quick tornado here as it moves over the south side of U.S. Highway 8082 going towards Pike Road and Fitzpatrick. Very discreet supercell. I can also track this thing out. Let me track this out here. Look at the speed on this severe thunderstorm warning here. It's going east-southeast at 45 miles per hour. So let me go back to this screen here. I'm going to... Oh, wait, actually, real quickly. I think Ryan Scholl is driving through hail now. Maybe. Either that or just getting hit really hard by rain. Might be some small hail falling on that storm in southwestern Mississippi. Let's track this storm out here with the little tracking tool. Start from Montgomery and go down to the south and east. It's going about 45 miles per hour that direction. So here's kind of a general idea of when it will be arriving to your location.
Get the hair out of these balls, because ain't nobody want a ball with hair in it.
Do that again. 45-ish miles per hour. So there are some of the cities in path this. So we got Pike Road about 511, Union Springs 543, 558 here in Midway, Clayton 559, and then over in Hurtsboro about 559 as well.
So I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
We go back to our 3-cam view here. Ryan Scholl is currently driving through that storm in southwestern Mississippi. And Tornado Pagey is right behind it. You can kind of see the structure from where Tornado Pagey is at on this new supercell that's gone up. They're currently in Dyston. I think is how you pronounce it. Southwestern Mississippi. This is one of the clearest shots that you will get in Mississippi. There's not very many places where there are no trees. It's kind of the chasing terrain out here. So they're currently located right now just to the west of Brookhaven. If you live in Brookhaven, we got a pretty significant hailstorm coming in right now. We were looking at probably at least quarter-sized hail, maybe $half-sized hail. We head back on over to our maximum hailstone size that is expected. And over the last scan or so, I'm sure it was literally in the hail core. Using the hail core. We're looking at about half-inch-sized hail estimated.
Yeah, with these balls, you don't know what colors you're getting. So more than a likely chance that a male's going to end up getting an all-pink bracelet. But then again, tough man wear pink.
1.5-inch hail now on the southeast side of Montgomery. So the odds of there being large hail that is over quarter size would be about 60% right now on the southeast side of Montgomery with this tornado warning cell.
I'm going to be carrying around probably a duffel bag with me to put all my bracelets and stuff in.
Hey, team, for the super chat, how's Tuscaloosa, Alabama looking tonight? I think the main concern will be damaging winds. With that said, there is definitely an elevated risk of even a tornado. Look how low the clouds are, by the way.
I'm going to go get me some ice cream. Hold on, y'all.
You see how low the clouds are. This is one of the things with Dixie Alley. And a lot of you guys probably have not watched us cover Dixie Alley for severe weather this year, because I don't think we really have. We covered Louisiana, that's about it. I don't know if we've covered Alabama or Mississippi specifically this year. But With how much moisture there is, the dew points are in the mid-70s. There's almost 100% relative humidity. And so if I show you guys, I'm going to show you guys a sounding. This is another cool thing I can do on this app, on the desktop app of Weatherfront, which again, not out yet, but it will be out soon. I can actually generate a sounding on here, and you can see the temperatures and dew points here. They are very close together near the surface. So there is almost 100% relative humidity pretty much. And so that is leading to clouds being very low to the ground, and a lot of the time that's why you get these scary looking clouds, especially in this environment here. They just upgraded the severe warning for Montgomery to a tornado possible tag. So Montgomery, Fitzpatrick, Shorter, and Tusky, Pike Road. You guys are all currently in this warning now for ping pong ball size hail. So they upgraded the warning to what we were just talking about. The hailstone size has increased. We also have 60-mile-per-hour winds, and there is a tornado possible tag. Way too large. What is too large? If you guys have any feedback on the overlays, feel free to put in the chat. Like, this is not like permanent or anything like that. We're still working on the kinks. I know some of you guys are gonna have different opinions on it, especially since this is a very new, program, and we've never used it on stream before. So it's a good kind of testing phase, I'd say, to use it. So we just got another tornado possible severe warning. This will be just north of Hammond in Louisiana. So Greensburg, a little bit of rotation developing currently near Greensburg, heading up towards Kenwood, and as well as Oiska, right along the Mississippi and Louisiana border. They did put a tornado possible tag on this for a reason. That rotation is definitely trying to increase right now. In the last few radar scans, you can see the greens and reds getting a little bit more mixed together here. Going towards Louisiana 10. Less pink. You guys don't like the pink? Pink is a tornado watch. This is actually always how it's been, by the way. We've always had tornado watches pink. I don't know. It's been very 50-50. I've had a lot of people say they like the tornado watches being pink. A lot of people say they like it being red. This is red. I don't know. I've always been kind of in the middle. Like the tornado warning. We changed tornado warnings, by the way. You guys you might not notice this, but we do have a tornado warning, obviously, for Montgomery right now. We've made it so tornado warnings, normal radar-indicated tornado warnings, are red. So it's not pink anymore. However, the observed tornado warnings, they go to dark red. And then PDS tornado warnings are pink, and then purple is for tornado emergencies. That way, we have differentiators between all the warnings, if that makes sense. Because before, there wasn't very, very few differentiators. They all look the same. I don't know if you guys like that part of it, but that is also new. I like the red. I like the red tornado warnings, at least. I think that's a good upgrade. Pink is just prettier. I don't know if we want to associate pretty, pink, and tornadoes all together. But it is a tornado watch after all. That is the colors that we're using. Do you lower the opacity? I can. So a little bit lower. That's about 55%. What do you think about that? Is that better? Thank you, Bama, for the $20 super chat. I love a pretty pink tornado, bro. Oh my goodness. Imagine if somebody had like one of those gender reveals. Put a bunch of we got like a drone that flew into a tornado in the middle of Kansas saying nothing, and somebody just flew a drone into the tornado and dropped a bunch of pink dust in it or something like that. Imagine? That'd be crazy. Now that would be insane. Hey, super for the $10 super chat. Tusky Gee. A new tornado warning. Tusky Gee. Brand new tornado warning here. This one will be for Alabama, Bullock, Macon, and Montgomery counties. That's me for Pike Road, Fitzpatrick.
He's asking today's shower.
Open up my light. Not working. Tornado warning here is going to be for Pike Road, Fitzpatrick, Union Springs. If you guys live in this tornado warning, you got to take shelter here. Get as many walls between you from the outside as possible and get away from windows. This is moving down towards the east-southeast right now. And we'll be approaching Fitzpatrick very soon. I think Fitzpatrick about 5:25, 5:30. The main area of rotation currently is just southeast of Montgomery. So, actually, look at that, guys. We got a little tightening. Oh, that might be a tornado right there. Riley has an urgent update. Go ahead, Riley.
Yeah, Max, that is a CC drop correlated with GBR drop, and a tornado on the ground headed towards Pike Road.
Thank you, Riley, for the update. Yeah, so we got a tornado now in progress. This is spun up very quickly. It is currently located near Jenkins Lane, and it's going to be just south of the Park Crossing. And this is going to be moving into Pike Road here in a few minutes. So again, that is a tornado debris signature. We do have a tornado now in progress.
I'm going to go put this back.
Once again located currently just to the southeast of Montgomery, Alabama. It is currently located in both Macon and Montgomery counties. Those are the three that are in this warning. It is located in Montgomery County right now, and it's going to be moving towards Fitzpatrick here soon. So we really got to be taking shelter right now. If we live in this pink polygon and put as many walls between you from the outside as possible, I would assume they're going to upgrade this to observe. We'll have to wait and see. I do think this is deserving of an observed tornado warning. Again, the tornado is in progress now. This is just to the southeast of Montgomery. I'll have another radar scan here in a second. That is a little tightening there. It's looks like a kind of in between some homes here. We are very thankful that this did not hit the downtown area of Montgomery. It's not far from it. This is just southeast of Montgomery. There's a lot of homes. If this dropped about a half mile further north, this would have been a much more damaging situation. Currently, though, it is going through a lot more rural areas on the southeast side of Montgomery. And it's going into Pike Road, Alabama here in just a few minutes. By the way, I was asking this. Do you guys like the, the opacity now of the tornado watch? Is that better? It's a little bit less bright. I don't know if that's good. If you like that or brighter, let me know in the chat. I'll have another radar scan in a second. We're waiting for a radar scan here. By the way, the timestamp at the top left of your screen, that will be the time of when the latest radar scan came in. Just a heads up. Here's the latest scan. Looks like the rotation has gotten a little bit broader. If there's still a tornado, it's going to be pretty weak now. And it's basically sitting in the same exact spot. I don't think it's really moved at all. It's developed over the last few radar scans. It might have actually been on the ground here for a few minutes. This tornado may have actually began right over 271. We didn't have a debris signature until this latest scan, right over north of Jenkins Lane. And if it's still on the ground, it'll be coming up on Park Crossing here in a few minutes. They did not upgrade the warning to confirmed. I don't feel like they will because it looks like that rotation has gone, at least the tornado has probably lifted. A very quick little debris signature. The debris fallout is now going over Park Crossing and not far from Payne Road on the southeast side here of Montgomery, just south of I-85. So this is a pretty quick tornado. We definitely could get another one of these. If you live in this area, definitely make sure you're still taking shelter because this storm is probably going to cycle and produce more tornadoes as it continues to track down to the east-southeast over the next several minutes. Again, very quick-hitting tornado. That could happen again. There's also a risk of ping pong ball-sized hail. The hail core right now over I-85 is getting even larger. We go back over to our hail indicator. The radar is actually estimating. I am not sure how accurate the radar is. I don't know if the radar's lying, but it's up to 2-inch size hail right now on this storm. So there is a possibility that our hailstone sizes are getting larger and larger. We up to almost 2 inches in diameter near Pike Road. That is our hail swath here over the last several minutes. We do a 1-hour hail swath. You can see the hail track here with this storm. It's actually been getting larger on the southeast side of Montgomery. Hey, Rob, for becoming a member. This is also our rotation track. I'm actually curious. Look at that rotation. So this is where we just had a tornado, guys, right here. You can see the rotation on our little rotation radar. That red means there's a higher level of rotation, and that's where our tornado just happened. So another little cool tool that we can use to identify the rotation. The mid-level rotation over the last hour or so has been getting actually a bit stronger as it's gone through the southeast side of Montgomery. So it looks like this supercell is definitely getting more and more organized, which is not a good thing. It could produce more tornadoes down the line here. Latest radar scan, definitely broader. So I don't think there's a tornado anymore, guys, but it did drop a tornado just a few minutes ago. Might do it again here as it continues to move southeast. Our strongest area of rotation currently is located just west of Pike Road. It's going to go right into Pike Road here in just a few minutes. And go towards Vaughn Road. I know it's kind of confusing. Pike Road is an actual town, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that's a road. There's a lot of roads over here. Hey, super for the super chat. My cat says hi. Watching you for my tractor. Nice. If you guys are in a mobile home, an RV, or a manufactured home today, which you might be, if you are one of those people, I definitely recommend having a tornado action plan set ahead of time and knowing where you're going if you are under a tornado warning. All right, like, it doesn't matter where you are, even if you're under a severe warning. Like, these storms are going to be pretty significant here today. Also, do you guys like the bigger naming conventions here? Yeah, these are a lot of updates that we've done on the stream. Do you guys like the naming conventions and how they look? They're larger. I think it's much easier to read as well. I don't see a lot of negatives right now. Obviously, we don't have all of our cameras here yet, but we'll add them in here soon. We just got a new tornado possible upgrade for Scott and Leake counties in Mississippi. Also, the storm up here near Philadelphia, that is the one that we're talking about. This one is actually up to 70 miles per hour damaging winds. So this is a pretty significant supercell that is developing right now near Carthage going towards Philadelphia. This is a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, which means the damage threat is going to be more elevated as this continues to move off to the north and east. We have a lot of lightning with this supercell right now. We got a lot of hail. Look at the lightning, guys. Look at how many lightning strikes are on the map right now. That is absurd. Just an unbelievable amount of lightning on this supercell. So there is a legitimate risk we could even get.
That's really bad.
Cloud of ground lightning, which could spark a fire. Look at the velocities. They did get a little tighter for a few scans there. So we had a little tightening there just west of 35. May have seen a brief unwarned tornado. It's hard to tell. Definitely not something we can fully verify here. I'm not seeing a very clear debris signature, but we might have had a brief tornado or at least just a spin up there. And I might try to do that again as it goes into Standing Pine. Walnut Grove and just north of Union. This is the other supercell that a lot of chasers are on right now. It's the one near Brookhaven. Supercell isn't really rotating much right now. We got Storm Chaser, Tornado Pagey, Edgar O'Neill also on this, and then also Ryan Scholl. All of them are looking at this supercell. So far, it's been pretty minimal when it comes to significant severe weather. We are keeping an eye on it.
I can't believe it. You're getting so old.
On the left side of your screen, he is going south right now.
You're such an old puppy. Yes, you is. You're so old.
Also has a tornado possible tag on.
You're so old.
This one has been rotating just a little bit. We got a little bit of rotation just to the west of Greensburg. And maybe something trying to develop over Kentwood, but that's going to take at least a few minutes to really ramp up. It's a little disorganized as of right now, but I think down the line that one could also become a bit more concerning. Heading back over to our tornado warning in Alabama. We're back down to one tornado warning. This one just produced a tornado. There's a lot of convergence that just happened. We had a little storm merger, which is probably why we just had a quick spin up tornado there. Might try to do that again. The hail core is massive. It's getting even bigger right now, right over I-85. This could easily damage vehicles here, right along the interstate, west of Shorter. Got black showing up on reflectivity now, so the hail is getting larger and larger. Thank you, Jess, for the $5 super chat.
You can go now.
Amazing and batty mods. I see you all working hard.
There's not much for you to go.
You also are for the 5 months as a member.
Go tell Mommy to give you some ice cream.
If there are tornadoes, will they be rain routes? Not all of them, but I think most of them will. Again, we have a lot of moisture today. If we go back to the tornado that just happened a few minutes ago, this is where it was located near Jenks Lane. Pretty brief tornado, right? It might have been visible. I'm going to be honest. This one probably was visible. You can see the reflectivity. It's not wrapped around. You definitely can see into that, I think. With that said, there are trees everywhere in Alabama and Mississippi. This is not the place to be looking outside your window and trying to see if you can see a tornado.
I'll clean it out anyway.
Moving, right? So, here, Jenks Lane is the area that we did have a tornado just southeast of Montgomery. Hail is definitely getting more significant as well. If we go back over to the hail radar, this is our hail swath. Maximum hailstone size expected still almost 2 inches in diameter currently. Near Vaughn Road and just to the south of Alabama 128. The hail is still pretty significant. We've got golf ball sized hail possibly right now going towards Fitzpatrick. Right now on the warning, this warning is currently for ping pong balls, but I could see it getting upgraded. What warnings are for that? So I can tilt the radar a little bit. I think this is kind of cool. Got a little tilt of everything that's happening here. also just go to MRMS radar and see everything. What state? Alabama. If you guys are wondering what state we're in at any given time, for the most part, it'll show at top left. If we're zoomed out like this, you won't see it, because you can probably tell what state we're in. But when we're zoomed in, you'll see the state pop up on the top left. The system is obviously better. It's better. And by the way, guys, a lot of what I'm showing you, not all of it, but a lot of it will be free at some point once the desktop app comes out. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a free to download sort of thing. At least the browser will be. A lot of the other extra features will be in the subscription, but I mean, again, if you guys are wondering, we have now partnered with Weatherfront for the remainder of severe weather season, and maybe even beyond that as well. But we're going to be using their app here on live streams. We're going to be using it, basically all the time for the rest of severe weather season. So if you guys need a weather app that's free, again, free to download, you can get it on iOS. It is the top link in the description below. It will soon have live storm chasers as well inside of the app. We think that's coming very, very soon. And it already has a lot of the features that I'm showing you guys right now. It has incredible satellite imagery, has all the radar tools, all of which are, a lot of that stuff is free. And then you can also get the advanced subscription. If you want to try out some of those paid features, you can get a 1-week free trial. And there's no risk with that. There's a fly in my room, and it keeps flying around me. It's annoying. All right, latest radar scan, currently east of Montgomery. I was about to talk about this storm near Pike Road, but we need to go to the new tornado warning. The new tornado warning is all the way back over near Marksville. So this is going to be over in Marksville, Louisiana, for Yellis Parish. So if you live in this tornado warning, you need to take shelter, put as many walls between you from the outside as possible, and get away from windows. So they're moving off to the east, about 35 to 45 miles per hour. It's located over Effie right now. Radar indicated rotation. We have a good amount of lighting on the supercell too. Rotation currently is pretty broad from the local radar site, but if we go back over to that other radar site here in Hammond, you can actually see the rotation is pretty strong in the mid-levels. And so there is a possibility that this could correlate down to the ground level at some point here soon and actually lead to a tornado. We'll see if they issue a new tornado warning going towards Monterey. This is on the edge of a National Weather Service office line. What we call this is different, basically offices issuing different warnings. And so one office here is responsible for this tornado warning, and then a different one is responsible for any of these other counties over here. And so we will probably see a new tornado warning going off to the east here towards Monterey here soon. We also have a new tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning over here.
She gone.
That's Louisiana. That's actually for this storm, right? So they just issued a new one here for
She eating ice cream.
Louisiana 124 going towards Mississippi, or Louisiana 15. Eventually going towards Natchez. Natchez, Mississippi. You guys have already been under a tornado warning today. And you might get under another one here at some point down the line. You guys are
I'm eating Dippin' Dots.
You probably won't be done anytime soon, actually. I do think the severe weather risk is going to remain pretty elevated. People that are wondering, by the way, whenever a new tornado warning gets issued, we usually have a flashing light. That light is not cooperating today. So, not sure if it's going to work here on stream today. I've been trying to figure out how to fix it. That's not really that important, but... Thank you, OG, for the 24-month membership. Please turn off the Texas watches. We only got one watch right now. It's only in East Texas. And turn off any watch. I don't control the watches. I know people think I control the weather. I, in fact, do not control the weather. Believe it or not, it's not something that exists. We could use some pretty heavy rain in Florida. Well, one of the good things about this severe weather, not for Florida, but the good news for those here in the Dixie Alley, we got a lot of rain. This is great. This is actually a good thing that we're actually having weather here for once. We have not had very much weather at all for a while. For an eternity, it feels like. If we go over to the amount of precipitation that is expected for today, this is an area that is in a significant drought. This is the HRRR model run for today. And look at the widespread amount of rain that's going to be happening here across the Dixie Alley. Unfortunately, this is not all a good thing, though. North of Montgomery, near Clanton and Alexander City, even Mountainville, we're talking possibly 2 to 5 inches of rain. The reason why this is not good is if we go over to the Weather Prediction Center's outlook for excessive rainfall, we do have a moderate risk here of excessive rainfall. I would honestly say having that a little bit further north would probably be the play, but at least for now, there's a moderate risk from Natchez all the way back into McGee, Laurel, Thomasville, and Montgomery and Jackson. So it's kind of a double-edged sword today. We have significant severe weather on the table. We got that enhanced risk of severe weather, and then on top of that, there is a moderate
I do have
risk,
another doggy though. So it's not a real doggy.
Excessive rainfall scale for rain. The enhanced risk includes a large chunk of Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. So if you guys live in this, orange area, that is where the greatest concern is today. It's literally a double-edged sword.
She is wearing
tornado threat. Once again, pretty elevated tornado
my
threat
dog's
this afternoon
little
and evening. I would say there's a
harness.
pretty nice ceiling with today's tornado threat, which I do not think we're going to
She's wearing his harness.
But there is also a low floor, so we'll kind of have to see how things pan out over the next 2
This
hours.
is an African wild dog.
There's a pretty real risk that we could have at least a few strong tornadoes. There is also a possibility we could have very few tornadoes today. We've already had one tornado, though, already, just southeast of Birmingham. We also have a new severe thunderstorm warning for Philadelphia and Union here in Mississippi.
I don't have a name for her.
We are watching for
I don't have a name for this one either. This is a red panda, by the way.
For up to $half size tail. This is a live shot right now from the Philadelphia.
Yes, I have emotional support stuffed animals.
The lightning off there to the left. This is one of the better live shots that you will see out here. There's a pretty good skyline view. And so we'll be keeping an eye on this as it rolls in. The wind is going to get pretty intense, I think, as the storm rolls in here pretty soon. We've got a little bit of rotation currently near Stand-in Pine. There is a tornado possible tag on the severe warning back off to the west of this. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were to at some point get a tornado warning down the line.
Never too old for plushies or emotional support stuffed animals. That's how I see it. Never too old.
Also watching all the other storms down here to the south and west. I'm not seeing anything currently that...
Never too old for dolls or action figures either.
I'm starting to see some convergence though. Look at this here. Near, I think it's Oyster? I don't know what it is. But that's going towards Tylertown. All right, that's going to go into
maybe I'll get me some more anime figures at Comic-Con next month.
Strong, but it is a little area of convergence coming together. We got a clearing.
Maybe some more Mikus.
Developing.
So I only have one Miku,
this could become tornadic
and I'm in love with it.
As it moves up in the direction of
now I want more.
And then down the line, Columbia and Hattiesburg will be in the path of that.
And hopefully, they have the Killer Clowns Out of Space loot box there.
Psycho. Believe it or not, it's not Oyster. To our tornado warning east of Montgomery, Alabama. This still includes Union Springs, Fitzpatrick, Pike Road. This did produce a brief tornado.
Hi, Target.
15 minutes ago now. It still includes Montgomery, Polk, and Macon counties until approximately 6 o'clock Central Time. Rotation's been pretty broad over the last several minutes. One thing I am noticing is that the wind inside of the storm is very intense.
I'm wearing pants.
Coming out of the storm. So that's the wind going away from the radar, away from the Maxwell Air Force Base radar site, and that is actually very strong velocities.
Even though the pants are way too big for me, I'm wearing pants.
Winds right now north of Fitzpatrick, so that's pretty intense. It's definitely no joke. If you guys live in this area, you definitely got to be.
Should I make this another child bracelet? I think so.
We have a few photos and videos
But get a little
that you
bit
guys
more.
have been sending in to us. If you guys do any photos or videos, you can go to reports.maxvelocitywx.com.
They're one of my mods.
Scaling of this stuff. Or how to get this on the screen. This is from Alex over in Rusk, Iowa. This was a dust devil from about 2 days ago. So this was sent in a couple of days ago. For some reason the naming conventions are not showing. I think I can fix that somehow. We'll have to figure that out in a second. And this is also a photo from Redstone, Colorado. Guys, we got snow over there in Colorado. I don't know if you guys saw. There was a pretty significant winter storm event.
I don't admit it.
Over the last few days.
I really don't think it is. I think it's a totally different person.
It is also
but
reports.maxvelocitywx.com. There we go. Kind of fixed it a little bit for now. Also, link in the description. We have a new tornado warning. All right, this one's going to be back over in Louisiana and Mississippi. Right on the border. Louisiana, Mississippi, this is going to be near Monterey, just southwest of Natchez. If you guys live in this red polygon, you need to be taking shelter and putting as many walls between you from the outside as possible.
I haven't really heard from Stanley in a long time, to tell you the truth, though.
Concordia, and Adam parishes. These are not counties, they are parishes.
Oh, Pink Gemini is live!
In Mississippi. That's going to be Adams County. So Adams County, Mississippi, you guys are also in this. So you need to take shelter if you're in that red polygon and put as many walls between you from the outside. The rotation currently is located.
They're one of my new subscribers. They subscribed to me, I think, yesterday?
Just a few minutes, and then approaching Monterey.
Maybe not yesterday, maybe a month ago. Maybe a month ago. I don't know.
Long ago, and there is another one. So just get ready. You don't have to take shelter yet if you're in Natchez, but you should be getting ready. Cloverdale on the west side. You got a few minutes, but you should be taking shelter here shortly. Got a lot of storm chasers currently in southern Mississippi. I know we only can see 3 dots.
Our subscribers are allowed to be here.
I do want to remind you, there are a lot more than 3 people. We just have all
Target
right now. But here are all the chasers. We got a lot of them in southwestern Mississippi right now. Some of which are going
subscribe to who? Pink Gemini? Yes, I am.
And Connor Croft is actually positioning pretty well right now in the supercell that might organize soon. Tylertown. That will be tracking towards Columbia. So we definitely need to keep an eye on this one. Psycho. Riley has an update. Go ahead, Riley.
Hey, Max, real quick, I wanted to talk about this storm. It's now got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning on it.
Hello, Pink Gemini Husky.
Severe thunderstorm warning for hail.
She's the reason why I'm
3 inches in diameter, and I want to show you
not scared to show my body or anything anymore.
That shows up in the upper tilt of this storm. This thing is huge, and you can see all the very high reflectivity values on this. This means that there is a very strong updraft right now. It's taking that hail, it's throwing it way up in the atmosphere. We're talking around 21,000 feet in the air. That's where it's being held right now, and that's going to continue to grow in size before eventually.
Yeah, as in, wearing bikinis and stuff. I actually want to wear a bikini this year.
That is some really big hail, guys. Look at this thing.
Am I going to, though? No, because the bikini tops never fit. They're always too big.
This is where the halinator needs to be right now. We need Ryan shoulder drive right into this thing. That's what we need.
I need to get breast implants, man.
Guys, this is no joke. I wouldn't say the tornado threat's very high, at least in the moment.
Just kidding. No, I don't. Because my back would hold even worse if I did.
Hail radar here. This is what's estimated by radar. And as Riley was just talking about, it is estimated to be near baseball-sized hail currently. Near Macon County Road, just east of Vaughn Road, north of Fitzpatrick. Ryan doesn't need that, but Ryan sure needs the hail.
What the hell's the big and tall store? I've never heard of the big and tall store. I'm not even tall, so...
In terms of the probability of there being severe hail, there's about a 99% chance that we at least have quarter-sized hail coming down. And here's that hail swap, by the way. So if you're curious on the...
I ain't big, either.
Of this hail cord, it hasn't updated yet, but...
I've dropped down to 2X's, so I ain't big.
Storm here in southeastern Alabama. So if you're in Hurtsboro, just south of Tuskegee, you got to be getting ready for this. Also, here's the, this is also the lightning density.
The only thing I don't trust with bikinis is the bottoms. I do not trust bikini bottoms. Especially since they seem to be getting smaller each year. Like, they ain't gonna cover shit.
Another really cool feature on here. The storms are also towering up to about 53,000
and I ain't gonna be showing half of my ass to freaking people. Ain't gonna happen.
Okay, these are all things that we've never had before, so it's actually really fascinating that we have the ability to look at this. Like flood reoccurrence stuff. I cannot wait for you guys to be able to use this. I'm being serious. This is like an incredible app. There's so much that you can use on here. It will be sick. Tuskegee, is that?
Fun fact: SpongeBob is based off of a place called Bikini Atoll, or whatever it was called, where they did nuclear testing.
People out. We're going to be doing something here soon, too. We're working on something.
I swear to damn God. I'm talking another one of these some bitches.
Right along the Louisiana and as well as Mississippi border for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. That is moving to the east-northeast.
Mama, quicken.
Back over our tornado warning right along the Mississippi and Louisiana border. That rotation is pretty strong in the mid-levels. It is not correlated.
Send the stuff to him for flying.
See the rotation, not super strong near the ground. It's getting a little bit more organized. I think in about 5-10 minutes, it might become a little bit more organized in terms of that tornado threat. So there's even a possibility this could go a little bit to the south of the tornado warning. It might be going more south of
that stuffed animal that I seen flying might be big ass Bluey behind me on the bed.
So if you live over here, south of Natchez and near like Cloverdale, I'll definitely be getting ready for this.
Mom!
There's weather front coming to Android. Again, ideally, probably about a month. It might be
Dad! Bingo!
It could be sooner than that. I just want to give people some time.
Bluey!
I've been in like the...
I got me a Bluey beach towel that I'm going to use this year for when I go swimming.
It's one of their top priorities. They're working on a lot of stuff. So they have desktop coming, I think, before that. I think desktop will probably be sooner than that. This is the desktop version of the app. And so, yeah, this is
so
it's still pretty beta, but it's phenomenal. I mean, the amount of stuff that we can show you guys is
I hope
wild.
this paint or whatever I have on my thing
if you have an iOS
can come off.
device and you need a weather app, you can get Weatherfront. It's the top link in the description. It is
if it don't, my mom's gonna kill me.
100% free to download. That's a lot of the features I haven't shown you guys. And if you want to, try the advanced mode, which is their like subscription, which basically gives you a ton more features, you can get a 1 week free trial on it too. 100% free to get that 1 week free trial. Let me see the hail radar here. This has been an unbelievable hailstorm over here. I'm surprised we still have a tornado warning in Alabama for this storm, but the hail is
For sure, though. Don't ask why people are here. They're allowed to be here at Target.
South of Tuskegee.
They have every right to be here just like you are.
Tuskegee. I'm trying to do it, guys. I'm trying. We'll go back over to MRMS and show you guys the hail here. Maximum hailstone size has shrunk on the latest scan.
With my waist of go. Son of a fucking bitch. Oh, there it is.
Well, the front has to include city pronunciation. Honestly, it has to do that and county pronunciation.
Oh, damn it. Oh, there it is.
Both. Here's that 1 hour hail swath on the super
We're at 134. 134.
Pretty significant. No doubt about that. This has been a pretty significant story.
144 bracelets, y'all.
Mississippi, it's getting hammered right now. Look at this camera. This is
144 bracelets,
here back over in Philadelphia. A giant hail core coming through. A giant windstorm coming through here with also some hail.
Kitty, why does each time you come in here it get darker outside, but each time you leave it gets brighter?
The storm is currently producing 70-mile-per-hour winds. You can see that scraping the rooftop on the bottom. I'm not sure if this is a hotel or something like that. I'm pretty sure there's a casino like right down the road or something like that. But we got some really intense winds ripping through Choctaw.
Hey, leave my freaking wipe off board alone, cat. Oh, I'm a beat ass. The bracelets in these balls are special ones. They are soda tabs.
Does it have a trampoline index? We'll probably integrate something like that soon. Well, guys,
let's see how many I have left to make. 1, 2, 3.
Probably at some point. I don't know what will we, but
4, 5.
And that camera just went down.
6,
Not sure if it lost power.
7,
The winds are pretty strong there over here in
10
Philadelphia.
more.
We got upwards of
10 more soda
tabs. Right through Philadelphia and Union, just north of Decatur. So that camera has gone down more than likely because of the wind being so strong. And so now, the storm is going to go towards Collinsville.
I'll sass whoever I want.
And Meridian soon. Yeah, get ready for this if you are in this area.
I sassed my mama.
That Louisiana.
Do you think I can?
Storm right along the Mississippi-Louisiana border. This one had my attention earlier. That large hook anchor developing. I think in about 15, 20 minutes, guys, this storm is going to be hooking when it comes to the tornado threat. I truly think we're maybe 15, 20 minutes away from this thing actually gearing up. The rotation's been pretty broad, but you can see that large hook shape. It's kind of like a little circle. It's a half a donut sort of look to it. And we now have an inflow that's pretty clean coming out of the south and east. It's been really organizing. It's starting to turn to the right. Much more organized updraft, and that should lead to a higher tornado potential as this moves into Tylertown and Thomas. Rotation right now, not super strong. I'd say pretty broad right now, but definitely could change as it continues to move to the east. We have Storm Chaser Tornado Pagey. They're located on the north side of this warning. They're over near Macomb. Storm Chaser Connor Croft.
But seriously, though, it doesn't matter why someone's here. Shouldn't matter to you why someone's here. Doesn't matter to me why you're here.
Yeah, so they have issued a new tornado warning here for Tylertown.
Legit does not matter why anybody's here in my stream. So don't be asking people why they are here.
I do think the storm will probably undergo tornado genesis here soon. And it might end up producing a more significant threat of a tornado. As of right now, we've got a lot of lightning, rotation broad, but keep in mind, this is an organizing supercell. Storm Chaser Connor Croft, he is currently located on Louisiana 25, so he's getting out in front of this right now. He might even have his drone up here soon. And so we're keeping an eye on
I wish I had a drone.
We got Storm Chaser Tornado Pagey, and I believe that is Edgar O'Neill, who are going south.
Then I could get aerial shots of like Comic-Cons and shit. That'd be so cool.
Again, this storm has a high potential producing a tornado down the line. If we go over to our rotation tracks, right now the rotation's actually gotten stronger. This is the instant rotation, so basically over the last 6 minutes or so, and we're starting to see some reds pop up, and that basically means the rotation is strong. It's getting a little bit stronger here. And that'll be going towards Louisiana 27 here soon.
Y'all might get a feet cam.
This is pretty cool.
Just kidding, you
You
won't.
sent me a video on the Weatherfront app of the storms going up here on satellite. You can see this inside of the Weatherfront app for free, I believe. I think this is a free feature. I have GeoColor. I think that's
Oh, time to eat?
It's on Mezzo 1 Channel 2.
Hey, y'all, gotta go. It's time to eat. Mama texted.